Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to Hearts of Iron number 4. We're carrying on with the game of Germany, Battle of the Bosporus. So, what have we got ongoing? We got various different things ongoing. We're currently, of course, looking to unlock various different bits and pieces. Let me just make sure that my screen doesn't lock. So, what are we going to do? Now, as you can see, we're at war with Poland at the moment. We're basically expanding the Reich into there. We should, of course, also see that we basically currently have some unrest going on. But the unrest is on the down. So as you can see, it's going down slowly. Civilian oversight, compliance. There are, of course, state victory points that basically give an additional resistance level there. Now, let's have a look at what we can do here.
Achtung!
So if I basically look at these bits here as well, I should be able to set these to be part of the terrain that we're basically patrolling or securing, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, let's keep an eye on what's going on here. That one's standing by. Okay. Let's make sure I assign that. As you can see, got lots of plane in reserve at the moment. We've lost a total of 255,000 or 205,000 people. Some of them, again, Poland, Belgium. Belgium actually is the biggest generator of some of my losses. Let's leave that as is for now. We, of course, are currently engaged here in Mexico.
Los, los, los!
I should be able to see that I'm suffering some losses because of all of that as well.
Los, los, los! Befehle!
Okay, let's move this out as well.
Auf geht's!
Let's keep all of these figures up here as well.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Let's see what we can do in here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
We're trying to jump off an invasion there as well, as you can see. Whilst, of course, also trying to keep an eye on what's going on in the rest of the terrain here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Angetreten! Bereit! Ausrücken!
Ooh, Poland is called Estonia. Interesting, isn't it? Really? Is that Estonia? Yes, it is. It most definitely is.
Befehle! Achtung!
Okay, let's set these guys to guard this border here. Hold on. Perfect. Let's do that. Mexico has capitulated. Now that's nice to see. We can, of course, now decide to take various different states from here. I'd like to basically take states that have got resources in there. And then, of course, we'll be thinking, for example, at the Tamaulipas, which got oil. But that's probably kind of hard to control, isn't it? So here we got, of course, a state that has got a lot of stuff in there. So, hold on. The United States helps Mexico to see the path of democracy in Mexico City. Supervised state. Okay, so there's various different bits ongoing there, it looks like. Now that is possible for me to take. It's going to cost me 130. Okay, wow. That's not a small amount of stuff it's going to cost me. Okay, so what is really the key bit here? Infrastructure 3, airbase 1, buildings 0. Okay. Well, if I take these two, I will have a route through. If I wanted to use it, that is. I don't have any actual connections to the Pacific other than that. These are quite expensive, aren't they, in terms of points to allocate to it. Is that all that I can get? It looks like.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Right, let's firstly make sure that I got enough port facilities here to actually allow me to, of course, import stuff into here. Because currently I cannot do any of that. Panama joined the North American Alliance. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay. So where are we losing points to? Colombia, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Yes, I know we got exiled divisions, that's fine. Right, let's stop that effort there. This is not going to be successful either, is it? No, so we're going to stop that relationship influencing. Am I still trying to influence Venezuela? I don't think that's a bad thing, Venezuela. Okay, so how close are they to being accepted here? 40. Okay. Service by requirements will make it a lot harder, I believe. Training time is increased, dockyard output is reduced, so yeah, those are not really what we're looking for as such.
Achtung!
Okay.
Achtung! Angetreten.
Okay.
Zuhören.
Let's make sure I assign these to there as well. across these. Ah, there we go. Let's execute that.
Zuhören!
Let's remove a bunch of these from there.
Ihre Befehle?
Let's put them on that border instead. Look, what can we do next? So we got nuclear scientist, it's rocket scientist. No, I think I'm okay with that, but thank you very much. Oh, weather. That's the nice one, isn't it?
Ihre Befehle?
Okay, let's
Achtung!
go for that.
Ausrücken!
Alright.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Yeah, I would agree that is a bit unfortunate, isn't it?
Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Okay.
Achtung!
Needs a little bit more time to prepare.
Angetreten! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Alright,
Ihre
let's push
Befehle!
those back. Right, so Poland has surrendered. Now that's nice to see. So we got about 50% of their gear. We finished some of the research now for Poland. Hold on, so Poland. So most definitely going to take Danzig. How many more points have I got to allocate? 300 or so. Alright, should retake that. Now that's 42. That's too much apparently. It's too much as well. Clock still works. Okay. Yep, I can see that. Krakow, Kielce. Okay. That's an expensive one. That one I cannot even take. So I've got 53 to spend, it says. hold on, no, I'm gonna take Kilchik. Hold on. No. I don't want to pop it down. Demand take. Let's reset this first. That's an expensive one, I cannot do that. That's peculiar, isn't it? Right, let's do that for that one. Ah, hold on. Okay, so I cannot do much here other than maybe take this here. So what's still on the table? So either way, that's not going to work, is it? Okay, so I got a score of that up there now. Why would I want to take Wilno? That's basically there, and that's basically entirely surrounded there, isn't it? Right, this conference is done. And the Treaty of Radon. Right, German Reich took 11 states, etc., etc. Lots of equipment was seized.
Angetreten!
Right, that's the Western armies now. Let's take that Western army back.
Angetreten!
Let's put it around the Netherlands once again. I did have a free research slot now, which you can fill up with this one here. Right, I don't know who is doing what at the moment.
Zuhören!
To be honest, I don't really care at this point.
Achtung!
As long as we remember that we need to assign this all to there. Right, we of course have got an army overseas, and I don't need to have that entire army overseas, particularly not this
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
section here. That will of course all go there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Right, let's get that moving again. Lots of resistance to occupation, as you can see. We have exiled divisions that are in there at the moment. Ooh. Interesting. I kind of had hoped to be able to connect these two, but that doesn't seem to be possible at all. So for this one here, we're just going to extend the border slightly to go the sectional till all the way there. So Eastern Armies.
Befehle!
Let's cover that section there.
Bereit!
Okay.
Angetreten!
Right, that's the Eastern armies. Now I do have, of
Bereit
course,
zum
this
Ausrücken!
army here, and I've got this army here. I can, of course, move this army around. I do think it might be beneficial to do so,
Ihre Befehle!
particularly if we can actually maybe move. That so that it no longer overlaps, which of course gives me some benefits there. I've got insufficient tungsten. Now where do I get my tungsten from? I get that from Sweden and I get that from Portugal. Cool. War propaganda is not needed at this point. I do see that this is going up. We can of course start recruiting campaigns in different regions if we wanted to. Greater Germany is possible. Now what is this gonna do here? Een Rijkscommissariaat voor Belgium en Noord-Frankrijk. The fascist supporters start a civil war. Politics will change. Catholic bloc will become the ruling party. Okay. So instead of having that under my control, it becomes a Rijkscommissariat. Ostland. Okay, Ukraine, Norway, we can do the same here. Okay. So we can do here recruitment in Estonia, it looks like. We got moods here. Okay, interesting.
Bereit! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
So this call it the defense theater or something like that, or anti. What do we call it? Anti-rebel. Okay.
Bereit!
That reports into, of course, a marshal, and that marshal will be this gentleman here from Rundstedt, which is fine. Keep it simple.
Befehle!
American theater. Now that American theater is no longer relevant.
Ihre Befehle! Bereit!
Okay.
Befehle!
Okay. Alright, we got a sick particular person there. Convoy raiding can be done here. Okay. Let's see whether they're able to move further than that automatically to be able to cover those locations. Now, as you can see, we've got different routes of bits and pieces moving around here at the moment. Okay. Perfect. So that's the Soviet Union at the moment. We got China, we got Japan here. It's not too far away now, as you can see. But looks like, yeah, that's still the first one to complete, so to speak, on that particular area. Production is going well. We unfortunately have got very, very low efficiency on here at the moment. It's one of the things we do need to improve. I've got 129 military factories, wow.
Ihre Befehle.
Right, let's have a look. So, yeah, it's something we need to work on to, of course, improve. We're continuously recruiting new troops.
Zuhören.
Right, this army here, I'm going to use along the border here. I'm going to set it with a mission of being able to push into here. Okay, so by having that army ready,
Bereit zum
we should hopefully
Ausrücken.
be able to push deep into those locations.
Zuhören. Zuhören.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Achtung.
I'm not sure why this one is out of resources. Ah,
Ihre Befehle. Achtung.
am I able to airlift them out? No, not really.
Befehle.
Let's put him under a new general on his own.
Ihre Befehle.
And can I then delete that unit somehow? Disband all selected units. That might be a solution. And yeah, that is a solution.
Bereit. Bereit.
Okay, let's get this done.
Befehle.
Ooh. More Italians joining my troops. Always nice to see. Unfortunately, very, very poorly trained, this guy, but okay, if that's what the Italians want to give me, then let them do that.
Befehle. Ihre Befehle.
Right, more troops are being stationed along the border here.
Angetreten. Befehle.
Nice.
Zuhören. Angetreten.
Cool. Bit more recruitment is taking place here, as you can see. We got 6 more of those coming on. That should be a heck more of these that will be coming along. These we got 8 ongoing. Okay. We can basically recruit a new operative. Now that's nice to see. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? Greek, Bulgarian, Italian, Polish, okay, wow. We got a serious bit of work to do here, it looks like. Let's set the other locations to be made available as well.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
That's nice to see, isn't it?
Bereit.
Let's look at this operator. Okay, let's not keep that one on there. At least keep these other locations part of the operations here. So that land has been acquired by the Japanese, it looks like. Okay, air innovation has been completed. What's the next now we can go for here? Now a Danzig or a war. I can bypass. Okay, so once we've done that, I should be able to choose this here around Maginot. Okay, that's not really relevant as such because I've already done the war with France. Rocketry will get extra boosters. Ooh. Requires all the following extra research slot, which I got there. Speed for construction of rocket sites, is it boosted? Long range escorts. Okay. Piedmont. Okay. Now, yeah. Ideally, I would have basically wanted to get this in not Piedmont, but in a different territory, so to speak. I do need to choose something though, and there's not much choice left other than this here. Let's go for the army innovation there as well. Looks like I'll complete a heck of a lot of these before anything else.
Bereit.
Perfect.
Angetreten. Bereit. Befehle.
Oops.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
All right, let's deal with this little guy here. He is very unlikely to join my faction. Same goes for this guy here. Unfortunately, very, very unlikely to join my faction as such. What I'm actually going to do here, I'm actually going to set a target of trying to push through here as such.
Bereit! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Alright, let's strengthen those armies on the eastern side. Peaks. Okay. It looks like some of my units were lost, but that's okay. Hungary has got units here. Interesting. Now, am I still looking at basically getting them within the faction? I do believe so. Alright, so we don't atomic research. Nice, so that's 1940. Oh, we're in 1941 now, isn't it? So in 1941, we can actually go for the next option here, it looks like. But in 1941, we can of course also go for the next batch of factory upgrades, which is what we're going to do here next.
Befehle!
Okay. Useful stuff here. I think this will be beneficial, of course, if we can actually put some stuff in there for the defense. Alright, so we're still building in the Yucatan as well. We're building the infrastructure further there. Plus, of course, we're expanding upon the factories, which is always a welcome addition. Lots of armored units, as you can see, are at our disposal here, or at least at the enemy's disposal.
Zuhören!
Oops, sorry, that's not the one I should be assigning it to. I should be assigning it to that one.
Zuhören!
That one has got orders as well. No, not yet. Which is nice to see. So we can actually help push from here into there.
Achtung! Angetreten!
Okay. This used to be the Austrian army. We're expanding it, as you can see, with, of course, additional army units here. We take out their convoys. That's the intention. Make their life a little bit harder. Medium tank divisions are coming along nicely. So what else could I add to here? Engineering Corps is always a welcome addition, I would say. We got the smaller panzer divisions, which are, yeah, really doing nicely already.
Zuhören! Zuhören!
Okay.
Ihre Befehle! Ihre Befehle! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Alright, that's getting to be ready here as well.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Yeah, we did suffer some personnel losses here, as you can see, but that's another Italian unit, it looks like, in terms of design. Ah, Air Force. We currently do not, of course, have to have them operating there. We could, of course, move all of this here whenever we're ready. Again, no immediate need for us to do this. Alright, cool. Looks like we're going to keep that up for a fair while.
Angetreten!
Cool. Let's let the clock run for a wee while again. Okay. So the recruitment office in those other locations are ready now. As you can see, this is nicely going down here. Seems to be taking a bit of effort, but right, this one should be set to execute.
Achtung!
Right, cool. Right. There's not going to be much left at Luxembourg, as you can see. That was pretty much a bit of a waste of army resources, so to speak.
Zeigt es ihnen!
Look at that. How many factories did we get our hands on here? A fair number, so to speak. Wow. Okay, so we got a fair number of new factories at our disposal. Let's set that to 20. Let's set that to 25. This we will want to increase to 8. Yeah, a fair number as well. Let's make it 9. They need reinforcements there as well. You probably want to basically reinforce this as well up to 7. Need it for upgrades. Let's make that 8 as well there. Tactical bombers. We are building up a bit of a reserve here, it looks like. Particularly in terms of fighters, I want to basically get that number to be bigger. Far, far bigger. Alright. We're setting our targets again. We're setting our sights.
Achtung!
Alright, we're gonna merge these. We got army there. So Luxembourg has surrendered. There wasn't much in terms of equipment there, but okay, always welcome.
Achtung!
Alright, let's get that ready as well.
Befehle? Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle?
Alright, let's get this border secured here as well. Okay, they lost convoys, perfect. So rubber, we're not able to get all the rubber we want from them, it looks like. Or am I? Yes, I am. Okay, but I do need to basically see what I can do to basically get more rubber up and running. Anyways, 4 days to go. Let's go back to our hometown.
Alright.
Right.
Alright.
Why is that? Of course they lost all a little bit because of the fact that I basically added extra bits to them.
Ihre Befehle? Achtung!
Right, we're moving some of these over from one to the other, which is perfectly fine. Just need to bear in mind which is the main one that we're going to keep on reinforcing as such. Really, Japan is justifying against us. What do they hope to achieve with that? That's then, of course, the next question. Right, let's have another look at our tank development. So we're currently working, of course, with tanks of various different designs. We're working with the Panzer III, if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, Panzer IIIA to be precise. I can make some improvements to that. Bigger gun. Now reliability has gone down because of that, so I need to boost reliability once again. Better engine. Yeah, I think I can work with that. So we got the Panzer IIIB that we're going to do now. Slight drop in production, but nothing major, so to speak. We got other designs that we can potentially want to modify. So let's again look at that production. So Panzer IIIB we got now. We got the Panzer IIA. Still the 2A, that's the original design that we used to have. That's the Wespe as well. to the upgraded version of the BftB. We keep on having successes in the Pacific, it looks like. So in terms of our justifying against the Netherlands, that's fine. How long until we finish this? This should be finished by the 29th of April, it says.
Befehle.
Alright, nice. Alright. I think we got a lot of things done here already. Now, in terms of inviting him to the faction, we are too far away from that. We're seriously being spied upon at the moment, as you can see. Denmark, what can we do for Denmark here? Alright, let's take this unit here as well. And then of course that we really want to push into there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
So currently that's basically operating here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Okay.
Befehle.
Nice to see that as well.
Befehle.
Let's move these in here as well.
Ausrücken.
So, free civilian factories. Ah, yes, I can choose what to do next. That's of course always a nice one to see. Let's make sure we reinforce the places where we can actually get our resources from. Okay. Oh, nicely getting along there, nicely. Have a look at these provinces. Some of these really need a bit of a booster in terms of what we can do there, so to speak. And of course what I had here earlier was of course the ability for me to really look at some of the other bits and pieces. So what I need to do here, I need to basically boost my import of tungsten once again. And of course I can easily go back home to see what's going on there. As we can see, lots of different terrain available to me to deal with. So what do we got here? Well, Japan can justify as much as they want. The People's Front. Interesting. Fielded manpower. We got a very substantial amount of manpower, as you can see. Right, what can we do here? Army regrouping is basically recovery. Fleet logistics is useful. To be honest, I think this is one of the important ones, the recovery rate. That's being boosted, that'll be really nice. But also this is really, really nice, isn't it? The additional attack and defense points. Now all of these are expert, except for this one, this is specialist. I'm gonna go for that one. Alright, so how many more days for this one? That's another, yeah, almost 20 days to complete. That is, yeah, these two should complete before then. Okay. So it looks like the borders down here are not as well defended as on the eastern side. Look at the Soviet Union. What have they got? Are they in a war or anything? No, they're not in a war, as you can see. Ooh, they're justifying a war against Finland, of course. Haven't even thought about Finland at all. Okay, I can improve my relations with them. What I can subsequently also do, I can of course also then send an attaché and so forth there if I wanted to. I don't think I want to do so at this point in time though. But yeah, the options are open if we wanted to use them. Great Britain's got a massive chunk here of Africa. Canada. Mexican Republic. Substantial amounts of people do live here. As you can see, 1.7 million people. Local compliance. Additional recruitable population. Local police force is doing plus an extra percentage as well. So yeah, the numbers do stack up there, hopefully. Civilian oversight, is that really the best? So compliance is quite varied, as we can see. %44 compliance, volunteer program, a new regime. Okay. Okay. Well, let's leave that as is for now.
Ihre
Firstly,
Befehle?
we got this one here. Allocatable to that there. 1941 we are in. So what are we going to do next? We of course going to work on the improved construction. Two days to go for that one, and this is another 10 days or so to go. 11 days to be precise. And that's 12 days, so it's going to take a bit longer, it looks like, that one. Right, that's the aerial route that we can of course see what we have done here. Aerial superiority, we can of course do tactical bomber, strategic bombing, ground support. Now let's go for the aerial superiority option, I think. "109 days, which is perfectly fine. We're still in 1941 in April, so early on in the year. There's not too much resistance, particularly here in the south, it looks like. Okay, so we are still working on cyber for Turkey. Have I got the cipher for Iraq already? No, I don't think I do. And Iran, potentially as well. So I've got a couple of different ones, as you can see, that I'm actually going after. Where's Stalingrad? Rostov. All right. I need to do something about my recruitable population, because this is not going to be sustainable. As you can see, it's dropping to be below 1 million already.
Achtung!
All right, let's do that again.
Befehle? Ihre Befehle?
So recruitment is going well. Construction, I need to boost this, yeah, yet even further, I would say. Okay. Army innovation. There we go. That was this one here. Rocketry is an interesting one to go for, of course. Prevent China. Prevent Japan. I cannot do either of those two. This is going for Piedmont. I don't think I want to do that at the moment. But Hanover and Danzig. Yeah, I'm kind of keeping this back, and I don't necessarily have to keep that back. 35 days, relatively quick one. But of course I do also complete at least one more of these in the meantime, which of course is the Granaatwerfer. Nice. Now I do need to get more recruitable population. That's fine, I can go with this. That's fine. I'm short of rubber again. What can I do about that? I can of course import more from the British.
Ihre Befehle.
Now, do I have the chance of training more of these divisions? I cannot train for the new template, interestingly enough. Let's change that icon to be the eagle there. How many of them have I got? That one I need to change. I thought I changed all of them already. Apparently I hadn't. Because you now have, I can actually get rid of that division. So some of the other ones I can actually do now. Like this one here, for example, I can do more paratroopers if I wanted to, or more mountainous ones, but these, it says I cannot do at the moment. Now there is an option, of course, for me to get more SS troops. So OKW is worried. Now these here, these options here, allow me to, for Estonia, Latvia, as Lithuania, to recruit additional SS troops there.
Angetreten.
Yeah, it's something for me to look into as we go along. For now I just have to leave it as is.
Zuhören. Zuhören. Zuhören.
Ah,
Ihre Befehle.
this is a newer one.
Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle. Achtung. Bereit.
Okay.
Befehle.
There we go.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Alright guys, we're gonna not make it too long now. It's getting to be late. So that's 48 days. This is going to be 25 days. Yeah, that's impediment, which if I'm not mistaken is down here. Impediment. Yes. So we should see we get some additional naval facilities at our disposal there. This is progressing nicely. Always welcome. And then after we've done this one, we will go for some of the other options that we got at our disposal. Ah, perfect. Like I said, extra options become available really, really quickly. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Now, I think I got enough transports, but I do want to start building more submarines. And maybe even more destroyers, but let's stick to submarines for now. Okay. Justification of war against Holland has been completed. And I guess in the next episode, that's exactly what we're going to go and do. We're going to go to war with Holland. For now, guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.